In the last episode, trouble manifested in one of its probably most adorable forms on the horizon, or rather right in the biome. So let's see if we can find something equally adorable to deal with it, and let's play Tyto Ecology. Now, as usual, we'll delve into the rainforest biome first, in which I haven't done anything, at least not off camera. So we're, as usual, down to 3 months of time between each visit. So we'll see what has happened. I have no idea. It's also loading quite a while, which is never a good thing. And yeah, we're entering the kind of hot phase where everything is growing and interacting and doing all sorts of weirdness. And that is the time when the loading times also explode. Although I think it got better in the later biomes. We'll just have to give it a moment. I'm at least hoping. Oh, there we go. Now it's moving on. We have one announcement. We're at one announcement. It's always worrying if you have a ton of those. Okay, a group of moths has died in Zone 2. So, where's Zone 2? That is Zone 3. Zone 2 is here. I wonder what could have killed it. Is that Zone 2? Oh, right, we're getting a ton of achievements again. I really don't like those, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. Coins? Okay. Come on. I should probably skip past that point next time. Would you stop it? Also, I think the forums say you should verify the game cache. I'll probably do that next episode, or well, before the next episode. Okay, so here we have Zone 1, in which a group of ants is having a bit of trouble. We have a new palm, that's nice. Those are fruiting, and those fruits have been eaten quite generously. Now those frogs, I'm not sure if I like those, but they seem to be focusing solely on those ants. And on nothing else in the vicinity. Also, apparently Skype is very happy to show me as offline on all devices, but not happy to put me on busy on all devices. Not happy with that. Okay, the agouti here are doing way too fine. I didn't care about the frogs, I actually want to check the ocelots. And those will have young in 3 weeks, so in 3 weeks we'll have adorable little killing machines. Just in time for the tortoise explosion. Although they right now they're doing fine because they have those palm fruits. What are those, berries? I think they are berries. Those trees don't grow in Germany, so I really have no idea what those fruits are called. Also, something is eating those. I suppose that's that group of turtles. Not that group. They only have 10 juveniles, and I'm hoping this tree will make it until it's fruiting, because then it's going to be safe again. And I think we need something bigger here. We need another group of heavy eaters. Because those turtles here are exploding in population, and once this group reaches maturity, we are boned here. Well, they're probably starved to death, but still. I mean, okay, they take a while until they age, but still, I'm very, very careful here. Better safe than sorry. Also, what... Oh, right. Probably those guys. So a very small group of armadillos can apparently wipe out a veritable amount of insects. We'll have to sort that out. I'm also very happy to see that the fruits we are placing all over the place are indeed being eaten. Okay, we'll put some moths here and some moths here. And some more here for good measure. I'll also plonk down some more ants, because ants are mostly plentiful. Okay, the kapok tree might spawn an offspring very soon. I also think the papaya grove here has shrunken to some extent. Yeah, I think we had 3 trees of those. Now we have 2 little trees, but I'm not sure if they'll make it. Not with 15 leaves. That's very, very little. And chances are that they're going to be wiped out. Let's check on our iguanas. Oh my god. Okay, we have too many iguanas here as well. So we badly need to deal with those. And they haven't touched those berries, which kind of sucks. But there's nothing I can really sort out right now. However, I believe we have plenty of really tasty animals here. So let's get... I could set an I could let loose the omnivores. Yeah, let's try that. Let's put up an omnivore, the coatimundi. Another species I really have no idea what they are. At least not a German. I think the coati is a... I think they might be called coati in German. It's not a word I've heard in use very often. Anyway, we'll let loose some coatimundi and hope they will at least catch some of the iguana and maybe even some of the turtles here. I'm a bit afraid to unleash another set of what's the thing? Ocelot. Although those will unleash themselves in 2 weeks of time. How much fish do we have? They haven't touched the fish, which is great. And I don't want to put up some large carnivores here, because that might very well screw the biome over. Also something I've been tempted to do. This tree is... yeah, okay, we have planted this one. And I think I wanted to see how long it would take for life to go here on its own. So we'll just not do anything in that regard. We'll expand the biome a bit. We'll unlock Zone 5. So, Zone 5 it is. And just as usual, we'll put down some decomposers. We'll probably... oh yeah, right, we got this. I want to place that. We'll put some mushrooms over here. And some ants in here, because I think the mushrooms are not going to last too long. And millipedes. There's nothing we can place in the water. The water is taking care of itself detritus-wise. Is it detritus? Detritus? Actually, when I hear the word detritus, I always have to think of a game I played some years ago. From, I think it was, I think the roomie gave it to me. It was on one of the those CDs from game magazines. I forgot which one. It was quite a big one in Germany. A game was called Scrapland, where we were playing like a robot called Detritus. We had the interesting ability to take on the shapes of other robots, and there were quite a few. It was kind of fun. Maybe it'll even make its way on the channel here. I can't promise that though. I'd have to check the permissions with the developers, and I'd have to see if I find the CD. Or was it a CD or was it a DVD? I really don't know. It's been way too long ago. Okay, some here. And some more blue morphos, because there's a lot of water here. Place them. And that should be it for this biome. I'm just going to put some more fern down here, and maybe some zebra plants, because I have no idea how many of those we have. And another Amazon flame tree. We still have energy, so I might as well go on with pineapples. Everybody loves pineapples. Thank you. I don't need that. How long until those actually fruit? That's something I don't like about them. You have to go really close to see them. Okay, those will fruit in 4 weeks. I like that when you place a plant, it just skips to the appropriate point in the cycle. So you can basically use plants to create food on the first try, or in the first weeks. And I wonder how those turtles actually reach those berries here. Luckily, that is something I do not have to answer. So let's leave this biome and go on to the next one. But I see this one getting in trouble very soon, because we have all this those herbivores, and we don't really keep them in check that good. That might change when the ocelot, babies arrive. They're mini ocelots. What are they? Cubs? I don't know. Why is that still set to 1 year? I have no idea. I think it's set to 6 months, and I might actually want to set this down to 3. I thought I had, but apparently I didn't. I wonder if I still have things in here. I will have to bear with the loading times. Come on. On the bright side, I think that makes the video smaller. That's basically a nearly constant frame, so yeah, I think it's easy on the recording software. But I'm not sure OBS considers that. In other news, and I have to actually talk about things, I think in one of the last videos I said that the woodpecker attacked my beehive. I was there today, and apparently the bees were still fine, so I was happy to see that. It also spared me to look into the hive. I was also taking a short video, but it's nothing special, so probably not upload that. It's just bees flying off. They know what they're doing there, they're cleansing flight. Which is a very interesting name because they basically poop. That's what they do the cleansing flight for. They don't do it in the hive, so they go outside and release and then come back. So that's what bees do when the weather is warm enough to... Oh, that's 2 pings. When the weather's warm enough to leave without freezing to death, they will leave the hive for a moment and come back. It's actually quite a traffic jam on the hive entrance because I made the hive entrance as small as possible so they don't lose as much heat. That's a lot of notifications. Always worrying when that happens. I thought it was more than 7. Okay, let's see. A fish. Oh, that is low. A group of jackrabbits has split, and that's essentially all. Great. Okay, so we have a lot of grass, a lot of inhabitants of the grasslands, and a crapload of jackrabbits. I mean, look at that. The burrowing owls have... oh my god, they have so many offspring. Can we see some baby owls here? That looks like baby owls. They might actually be freshly hatched. They will be growing up in about almost a year. What are those lovely purple plants here? Oh, that's a prairie blazing star. I think I never saw those in bloom here actually, so I'm quite happy to see them. They're kind of pretty. Oh. Now this looks really pretty, I think. I don't know why nothing eats those fruits here. They're almost off anyway. Do those things fruit? Okay, that one doesn't. Clearly looks like an adult tree, but it's not. It's apparently this one's the adult tree. And it does not fruit. It will never fruit. Okay, fine. I think it is about time to put up something big here. And I mean bigger than a rattlesnake, which I still believe is kind of bugged in the way that they take an awful lot of time until the first reproduction. Most other species seem to be doing fine, so if the devs are watching this, I would be really, I don't know, humbled if they really watch this, but if you look at the rattlesnakes, I think they are bugged. They never put bobcats and put them here so they can get all the rabbits. I should probably put them right in the middle of that territory. They take 51 weeks. If I put the rattlesnakes down, which we'll do just here for the sake of demonstration, you see they will take 97 weeks, which I believe is the longest of all the animals. So I'm probably going to post on the Steam forums about that as well. Okay, so aside of that, those frogs seem to be way better controlled than the other ones. Mostly by the rattlesnakes here. In fact, this population might very well die off, because they don't have any frogs nearby to reproduce from. That one is down, so we'll have to place another deer mice territory. We'll have to place another deer mouse. Then again, do I really have to? Actually, I wouldn't have had to place that because we still have those. And they're still doing jolly well. Oh well. Nothing we can do about that. Oh look, we have a baby bison. Was it a buffalo? A bison, not a buffalo. Takes a while until they mature, which is fine, but yeah, just to reiterate, I think there's 97 weeks until rattlesnakes repopulate is too much. Okay, anything else I need to take care of here? Probably not. My game just froze for a moment. Do I want to do anything here? No, I think we'll leave that part of the biome to itself, just to see how it's going to play out. They're using a lot of fish. It's kind of strange that they use fish because they shouldn't really have to. I mean, look at all this stuff we have sitting around here. Also, do they even reach the fish? Yeah, just barely here. Just barely. But yeah, you basically have rabbits float or jumping into your mouth. You really shouldn't need fish. Bobcat. Or whatever else is eating fish. And again, I think we have a little lake here, so that might be a potential source of fish consumption as well. Sorry, that's my mom calling. I'll have to set that to silent. No idea why she's calling me now. She's actually not supposed to. I think she's actually still at work until 9 anyway. Apologies for that. We'll go back to the main menu and I should probably break down those episodes. Okay, also I got the call today that there are Christmas parties going on, and the first Santa Claus job this year is going to be on Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. I think it's like a company Christmas celebration. I haven't done any of those in a while. Those are usually special because you end up with a lot of adults, and I'm not sure if they actually have any children there. So it's going to be a strange one for me because I never had purely adult parties. And I don't mean like adult as in we'll have strippers and everything there, but I've never been Santa Claus on one of those parties where you didn't really have that many children. Usually, I mean, the last time I had a job on a company celebration, I was kind of specifically hired to entertain the children. Okay, just texting my mom that she does not need to call me constantly, because if I deny the call, I have my reasons to do so. Okay, that's some pinging there, and I hope I picked the right biome, but I think I did. So, the desert biome is the one where we had a bit of trouble last time, because rabbits. Then again, we had way more rabbits in the grasslands, but we also had way more grass there, so it's not that much of a deal. Okay, 6 notifications. Oh wow, lots of insects have died. Wow, they have been going hard on the insects. But only the last 6 are of importance for us, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe those ones. So, Zone 3 and Zone 2 have been de-insectified, for the most part. And I'm not sure who is the culprit. I mean, those would technically be supposed to eat plants, and those are also supposed to be herbivores, but they are not. As you can see, they are starving. And they're not keen on eating saguaro. But watch what happens if I place, say, an anthill here. They're probably all going to be not so hungry anymore. This is going to be fruiting soon. That's nice to know. Those are fruiting very soon. That's also very, very good to know. Sadly, that won't help any of those guys here. And we have way too many rabbits. Okay, once more the burrowing owls have failed me, because everything keeps splitting. We're having way too many of those. Way too many of those. Bobcats, you have also failed me. Yeah, I don't need the details on that. I need more carnivores. And this is the point where you really easily oversteer it. Because you're trying to counteract an imbalance, and that's where I think that's basic laws of controlling and of switches. Then there are laws for that. I mean not like legal things, but actual formulas and stuff that dictate how a control mechanism works, how it, or when it triggers, and then how it determines when it's going off and when it can stop, like counteracting whatever it's counteracting. Pretty interesting stuff. I had to research that for a moment, or for a very short time during my bachelor thesis, the first one. I actually wrote 2. I passed both, mind you. The first one just isn't worth anything because I dropped out of the chemistry studies at some point. So, yeah, not worth it. Anyway, I think we're going to this point where oversteering, and then you have to steer back and oversteer back and forth, and it's all messy. There isn't a really clean solution here. You can't just say, here, I'll set those to only eat that and only that much of them. That won't happen. So, controlling this is a long-term thing. We'll also probably have an achievement very soon. Come on. No? Fine, don't then. Don't give me the achievement. I thought there was one for every bio when you hit when you unlock everything. Apparently I was wrong. Happens sometimes too. Okay, and some of that, and maybe some more mushrooms here. Will mushrooms grow in the water? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure if they do. Let's put those guys over here. And the bees. I mean, I was really happy when I saw that my bees actually survived the woodpecker, but there's still a lot of winter to go. And right now it's warm, but that's not gonna stay forever. So there might be some cold days and weeks or even months ahead, and I'm really not sure if the bees make it. I would hope they do. I will probably keep you updated as far as I'm aware, or as far as I can tell, and most likely in spring, but until then I really don't know if they'll make it. They have hopefully everything they need, but as I said, it's really difficult to say. Also, we have one more biome to go, and I think this video is going on quite long already, so I'll just move on here. Come on. Saving. I'm running out of things to say here. I'm sorry if I keep hitting the little remote thing of my headset on the table, which is hopefully not making too much of a noise. Okay, final biome for today. The Himalayan biome. And I think Himalayan is a really weird word to say. It flows off the tongue really nice, but it's a word that's clearly not German. I think that's it's hard to say, but there are words that really you can tell that those have not been of a German origin. They just sound very, very different. Even though it's easy for me to say it relatively. I mean, I couldn't say it 10 times in a row very quick, but yeah, I think that's weird. It has too many vowels, which isn't bad. I mean, it sounds very nice, but sometimes I wish German had more vowels, or more words with vowels. We don't have that many. Actually, we are not devoid of vowels either. We have the umlaut, which is kind of a vowel. So we have more than many other languages, but we don't use them very often. And I think some of the words in German sound very, very, very harsh, and actually YouTube videos that illustrate that very, very nicely. Although really they exaggerate it quite a bit. German does not necessarily sound like you're going to declare war on everybody. But people make it out like that for probably obvious reasons if you looked into history books. Anyway. I also have to Still do the 100 subscriber special. I'm still looking for a game I want to play for that. I had some ideas, but I'm not going to spoil anything here. We have 2 notifications. Apparently chevrotains and red pandas are doing really well in this biome. Where do we have them? Notification, we have Zone 2 and Zone 2, so that should be somewhere over here. Yeah, I see those have been new. They're going to split very soon again. And the chevrotains probably somewhere over here as well. This biome is doing really well. I'm glad we actually spent the extra time planting all those trees, because right now the elephants aren't putting too much of a dent in it. At least it doesn't seem to. They also don't seem to... Wow, look at those pomegranates. Look at that. That's like a million... Okay, it's not a million fruits, but several thousand fruit points. Those are probably never going to be eaten at all. Unless the elephants go in and chomp down like a whole lot of those trees when they actually are not fruiting. Yeah, I think that would be... Did I want to click that? I have no idea. I probably didn't. What I want to say is this is probably one of those things that animals would migrate to, because all those pomegranates, that would be a massive amount of food that's just waiting to be consumed and waiting to be harvested. Or, well, let's say harvested, animals don't harvest, but that's waiting to be eaten. And that's available to every animal. So yeah, I think that would warrant a migratory movement, which sadly the game probably can't handle right now, because it's very difficult to do, and it's also probably very difficult to migrate them back, because you not know when they would migrate back. Also, apparently there's this Himalayan birch here. I'm not sure if we've ever seen this tree back in full at full health. I think there was always a very, very ravaged tree over here. Okay, elephant is just having a nap. No, he's full, so I don't think there's any animal hungry in this biome. And I do want to put a bit of a stop on those red pandas here. They're doing exceedingly well. I don't like it. I'm not sure if I should like it or not, but I don't. Do I have foxes already? I have 1 red fox population here, which is about to reproduce. So we're going to leave them be. And I'm going to see if I have another... I would like another medium carnivore here, I guess. But for now, we'll look at the dole. It looks a lot like a bigger version of the fox, so we'll just put them here and see how that plays out. I am hoping they will go after the red pandas, which are, I believe, small. Let's check that quickly. Red panda, where are you? Those are mediums, so those would probably be very good food source for the doles. And I'm hoping I'm not overdoing it here. Okay, there's another thing I want to place, and that is the Chinese pangolin. It was over here somewhere. Now, I really don't want those to do exceedingly well, but I'm just going to place a population here, where there's a lot of insects to munch on. And I'm going to put one in zone 1 or 2, which should be over here. Zone 2. Oh no, zone 1. We'll look for a spot with a lot of insects. Or just some insects, and we'll place more. I think that works as well. Where do I have the insects? Maybe some of those. And some of those. And even on the risk of sounding like a broken record here, I really wish they would just split every now and then. Can we have any insect detrivores? Yes. I'm not going to place stag beetles here because we don't have a tree or anything. I'll try to keep it somewhat limited. Also, we'll put some mushrooms here, just in case they really eat all the detrivores. And then we'll have another rather well sorted out biome. I mean, right now it looks like it's doing well. We don't have that much life over here. We actually want to sort that out as well. I would like some form or some degree of herbivores here. I mean, that's a lot of plants. They should be able to sustain something. we also still have a lot of energy, so let's put in some... I don't know what a Muntiak is, so we'll have some of those. We'll put them here and see next time how they'll do. And also, if they're doing well, we can look into putting up the really big players here. The grey wolves, the Asian black bears, and the Bengal tigers, which are kind of the apex predators here, especially the Bengal tiger, which can, as far as I can see, eat pretty much everything. It's also probably the only thing that will eat... why is everything tough here? So I think it's the Bengal tiger is the only animal that will be able to tear down or to take down a rhino or an elephant. The other species are just tough, and yeah, those are the apex predators. The most expensive ones in terms of the Tyto coins. We'll see if we can get there. I mean, I think unleashing them now would be a bad move. But if I put some more pangolins down, and if those would do fine, I really don't see a reason against putting up some apex predators. Although I would also like to have more stuff over here. Or more animals, more plant life and things in general in this general area here. I'm trying not to do everything by hand, so yeah. I've got an idea for the last biome we still have, but more of that next time. Maybe I'll even set it up off camera for a change, but we will see. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the game. Feel free to leave a comment and maybe even a like and a subscription. If you haven't, I mean, I know most of you haven't subscribed if you're watching this, but chances are like 90% according to analytics that you are not a subscriber. So yeah, I might want to sort that out. And until next time, bye.